Hello everyone, and welcome to Emio the Smiling Man, and it's really nice sounding music actually. This is boppin'. We're taking a short break today from playing some Dark Souls. Because I wanted to get started on this, and I want to get used to not just being Dark Souls. We haven't done a visual novel type game in a while, but let's get started. I already went through the settings a little bit. Set to my preferences, lowered the BGM a tiny bit, just because it's a little bit loud, and turned up the SFX and the voices. Maybe I shouldn't turn the SFX up that high. SFX sound effects up that high. But yeah, let's get started. Begin investigation. All names, characters, businesses, places, events, and incidents in this game are fictitious. Any resemblance to actual persons, places, or events is purely coincidental. It was a nice day. The kind of day where you want to take a deep breath and savor the moment. We're gonna have to read over the Japanese voices. Morning, Mr. Utsugi. I'm ready for my workday at the Utsugi Detective Agency. Hold on a second. I think we might have to turn down the voice volume a little bit. As nice as it would be.
Yeah. Ohayo.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Nice weather, isn't it? Maybe we should tidy up, open a window? He didn't object, so I went to open the window. That's when... Oh, phone ringing. Utsugi Detective Agency, Utsugi speaking. How can I help you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is that right? I understand, I'll be right there. What's going on? Who was that? That was Kamada, requesting our services. I'm heading to the scene, and you're coming with me. Inspector Kamada called us? Yes, sir. Hey, Corgi, how's it going? Yeah, I hope you have a nice day, too. We're gonna try to enjoy this. Ooh, a face. We're gonna try to enjoy a face. Oh. Got little animations. Scene of the crime. Mr. Utsugi drove us to a drainage pump station in Kofuku City. You're from the Utsugi Detective Agency, right? Glad you could make it. Of course. Alright. So we've got ask, listen, think. What do we think? What the hell happened? Why is that yellow? What's the situation? It's a body, I'm afraid. Got an anonymous tip this morning. The victim was young. I'd say middle school. You never get used to this kind of thing. You hope you don't get used to that sort of thing. Alright. Victim. He's wearing a school uniform. Local junior high. Beyond that, we don't have a confirmed ID yet. Anything else? That's all we've got for now. Forensics is on it. Alright, cause of death. The victim was strangled, so asphyxiation. Anything else? So the victim was strangled. Have you found anything that the killer might have used to do it? No, not yet. But we're certain that the killer used some sort of cord or rope. That's a great line of questioning, by the way. I appreciate the logical approach you're taking. Thanks, I didn't come up with it myself. I'll take that as a compliment. The victim could have been strangled with rope or a cord, some kind of string. Did this have anything else? Right. Time of death. My best guess right now is around 9 o'clock last night. 9 o'clock at night. I'm sorry, but that's all the info I have about that. Oh, but there was another observation. Another observation? My best guess right now is around 9 o'clock last night. Okay. Oh, what is it? Well, it's not every day you find a body, let alone one that looks like this. This sound like what? I get chills just thinking about it. Never seen anything like it before. Is it the paper bag? Is there a paper bag on his head? So I don't think I can describe it. You might have to. You might just have to see for yourself. Don't tell the captain, but I almost fainted when I saw the body. Oh? How bad can it be? I should probably see for myself. Let's look at the surroundings first. I'm sure forensics will go over this area with a fine-tooth comb. Okay. Let's look at the police officer. What? Something on my uniform? This very slow cursor. Looks like they're collecting fingerprints from, I guess you could collect it from the middle part of the fence. Second police officer. The officer's mood seems pretty dark. I almost read that as dank. Dank mood for that police officer. Fence? I wonder what's behind those trees. I looked at the fence, not the trees. Is there a way to make this move faster? Was there a button to make this move faster? No. No. Does not seem like it. Alright. Bicycle. That bike is in pretty good shape. I wonder if it's still rideable. It's labeled Sasaki. Maybe it belonged to someone named Sasaki? Illegally dumped garbage. There's a lot of trash here. Some of the stuff doesn't even seem like it's broken. Anything else here? Weeds. Doesn't look like anyone has walked on the grass here. I kind of had the fast forward going on. Nothing here, just the ground. Oh. You're gonna go faster if I hold the middle, click the middle stick. It's a little awkward to do though. Alright. Alright. Victim. Will you take me to see the victim? Shouldn't have said anything. You have the right kind of clearance for that? Might need to check with someone. Okay. On the other hand, I hate to bug them. You've done this before, right? You're letting me? Thanks. I appreciate your help. Just, you know, don't touch anything or anything like that. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. Hello. This is an active crime scene, officer. Your job is to keep the looky-loos out. Looky-loos? Who says that? Looky-loos? No, you don't understand, Detective Kuze. This guy's supposed to be here. I'll explain. Hi, my name's... Hold that thought. Let's find somewhere else to talk. I wonder if they're gonna import the name I had from the previous save files. Alright, what did you say your name was? Yes! Do you want to carry the following name? Well, of course we're gonna continue playing as Shiro Emio. Of course! Now that Fate's Day Night is actually on Switch? Yeah. My name's Shiro Emio. I'm here with the Atsugi Detective Agency. It's so silly. Oh wait, you're a PI? Who hired you? Kamada. Well... This detective seems pretty tense. I get the sense she's not happy about us being called in. You think? I guess that is think. He does think. She's so tense. I bet if I looked closely, I could see the stress on her face. Can we see the stress on her face? This must be Detective Kuze. Seems like she takes crime scene security pretty seriously. Yeah, I mean, you should. Wow. Ah, Kuze, I see you've already met a friend here. Oh wow, you just examined her face, and we progress already? Oh, it's Kamada. He looks a lot like some other guys we've met before. Oh, Inspector Kamada, good to see you. You don't mind a little outside help on this one, do you? The life to do is very animated now. This is Mr. Utsugi, a private detective, and this is his assistant, Shiro Emio. Hiritsugi. Okay. But sir, Hiritsugi and I go way back, don't we? It's just a shame. We're reconnecting over such unpleasant business. It's a pleasure to meet you, Detective Kuze. I'm sorry to interrupt your good work here. No, that's okay. It's nice to meet you too. You know, it's the strangest thing, but I feel like we've met before. Uh-oh. I don't think so. I haven't worked with any PIs before. She looked away. Why did you look away? In any case, I need to get back to this scene inspector, Kamada. Yeah. If you would excuse me. Oh, they're all looking at me now. Sheesh! Let's look at this person in the back. What are you taking pictures of? Looks like the officers are sifting for clues in that garbage. Alright. What? What is it? Oh, my fly's down. Thanks for that. Oh! I'm just paying it forward. Hey, Utsugi. I can talk to Mr. Utsugi back at the office. Thanks. I wonder what to... Okay. Still the same response. Alright, I think this is all the same. The poor kid was just in middle school. You hate to see it. About Kuze. She's surprisingly strict, no? Nah, but don't take it personally, Emio. Kuze's the best we've got, but she can be hard on the others. Herself, too. Hope she didn't rub you the wrong way, kid. So this is a tough situation, I get it. Kami, you're late! Huh? Who's Kami? What's that? Here we go again. Kami? Sir, what did you mean when you said, here we go again? Mamma mia. I meant what I said. Huh? Sorry I'm late, partner. The traffic was bad and I forgot my briefcase, so I had to go back and sus! Male detective is sus! Have you been drinking? Ugh. You might not be able to pull this with another You might be able to pull this with another partner, but not me. Aw, come on, give me a break! Ugh, what a mess. Yeesh, she's really ripping into him. Sorry about that, kid. Nothing to do with you. Feeling a bit sorry for the other detective. Call engage. Let's call Kuze. She might yell at me if I bug her. Okay, let's call Mr. Utsugi. I can talk to Mr. Utsugi back at the office. Okay. It's not Kuze's fault. Well, she sure does seem off today. Tread lightly. Alright, let's look at the victim now. Sorry, kid, that's out of the question at the moment. What? Come on. Aww. And Detective Kuze is not taking it easy on that other detective. Didn't the first officer I spoke to say that the victim looked strange? Observations. Ask about the victim. Okay. Well, I heard that the state of this victim is slightly disturbing. You could say that. That's part of the reason I've called Mr. Utsugi. Huh. What would that have to do with Mr. Utsugi? He likes it when the victims look strange. Anyway, I'm sure you'd like to get your eyes on him, and I'd take you right over, but I'm afraid that forensics is examining the body right now. It's been transferred. And, well, transferred. Well, I'm not sure Mr. Detective Kuze would allow you to get a look. Good old Kuze, following police procedures to a T. Yeah. But look, here's what I can share with you. So quiet. This is how he looked when we found him. I mean, I guess that's disturbing in the sense that why would you put a paper bag on his head? But you know, the way that they talk about it, it's like they talk like he was mutilated or something. Oh. Let's wrap this up for now. You good with that, Shiro? Yeah, I mean, yes, sir, Mr. Utsugi. I'm sorry you had to come all this way. He said something really long. It's quite alright. Let's be in touch. Alright. We saw our first paper bag. Our first colon parenthesis. Creepy music. Help. Slow zoom and rotate. Uh-oh. They're using a voice changer. What is going on with your eyes? Oh, I just noticed that the walking sign has a paper bag on its head. The one that's on the cover. Oh no, my eyes are going blurry. Chapter 1. The Urban Legend. Oh, there's an urban legend about it too. Already? Utsugi Detective Agency. Wasn't easy to look at the victim, was it? Never is, but yeah. There are no voicemails. Ayumi isn't here yet. Ayumi sus? I should probably stay focused on what Mr. Utsugi has to say for now. The victim. We got a few more details. The victim's name is Eisuke Sasaki. He was just 15, still in middle school. Sasaki, the name I saw on the bicycle. Was it required to look at the bicycle? Would the game not have progressed if I didn't? As you heard, the official cause of death was asphyxiation by strangulation. The police suspect homicide. There were no signs of a struggle, which points to a surprise attack, or someone the victim knew. That's just me speculating, though. In any case, what I'm most concerned about at this point is that paper bag. Right. What do you think it means? The thing is, I've seen it before. It must have been 18 years ago now. We had a rash of cases like this one. Victims found with paper bags on their heads 18 years ago. That's what he said, right? 18 years ago. Victims found with paper bags on their heads? Exactly that. It's not something I ever thought I'd see again. Murderers from 18... Let's see if he has more to say about that. He looked just like the victims from 18 years ago. I think it'd be a stretch to call it a coincidence. Murder from 18 years ago. It was 18 years ago, Kofuku City. We had multiple victims, all young girls. Oh! But that means that it's, the modus operandi is... Modus operandi? What's the term for this? But anyway, that's a difference. This is a young boy this time. All girls. Let's see, I believe we had 3 victims. All girls between the ages of 13 and 19. I mean, that just means that one of them was 13 and one of them was 19. And the other was somewhere else. Or it was somewhere in between. And the killer used bare hands. Manual strangulation. That's another difference. This one used a cord. Or string of some kind. When we found them, they all had paper bags over their heads with smiling faces drawn on them. So it's a copycat killer. Oh! We couldn't establish any connection between the victims. They were all just around the same age. Yes, the same age that is an age range of 13 to 19. I mean, I guess, you know, that they're all young, but a 13-year-old and a 19-year-old are not gonna look similar. Or, you know. And I'm sorry to say, we never solved the case. Their killer is still out there. So we could be looking at... Yeah, it could be the same person. Oh man. I guess maybe they got older and can't strangle with their hands anymore? 3 teenage girls strangled to death by hand. What a nightmare. Anything else? All the victims from 18 years ago were teenage girls. Yeah. Observations. It's a lot to take in, I know, but do you have any thoughts on the case so far? I think it doesn't quite add up. 3 female victims 18 years ago. And now a middle school boy? Or Eisuke Sasaki? Why target a boy this time if it was the same person? Okay. I do have thoughts. It doesn't quite add up. Why would a serial killer who targeted girls 18 years ago come back and target a boy, Eisuke Sasaki? Yeah, I'm asking myself the same question. We have to consider the possibility that the previous victims, all being female, was a coincidence. Could it be, though? We always look for a pattern, but we could be overthinking it. I wish we had a little more to work with. Still, I can't shake the feeling that there's a connection. I trust you've been keeping good notes. You never know when a seemingly trivial detail will make all the difference. What if it's like... Well, I mean, I've never watched Saw, but I hear that at some point someone succeeded the original Jigsaw. So what if it's like that? What if there was a would-be victim that ended up succeeding the original Emio? Any important information you gather will automatically be recorded in your notebook. To open and review your notes, move the cursor to open notebook and press the A button. Why don't you open your notebook right now? Let me see if you've got everything. Oh, it's just names now. It's in like an actual notepad. Alright, Eisuke Sasaki. Oh, it flips over. I don't like this font. It's too thin. Eisuke Sasaki, 15 years old, junior high student. A student at Minami Daisan Junior High, the apparent victim of a murder. His body was found at a pump station in Kofuku City. Tabs? Oh. Oh. Alright. Eisuke's cause of death was asphyxiation due to strangulation. It appears he was choked with a rope-like object. His estimated time of death was 9 p.m. A paper bag with a smile drawn on it was found on the victim's head. The condition of Eisuke's body was similar to the victims of serial murders of girls 18 years ago in Kofuku City. I keep thinking that the red underlines are like links, hyperlinks of some sort that I can click. But no, they're just important notes. They're highlights. Inspector Kamada is lead on the Eisuke Sasaki case. He's apparently known as Sugi for a long time. Junko Kuze is a detective working on the Eisuke Sasaki case. 26 years old, huh? Director of the Itsugi Detective Agency, he has known Inspector Kamada from the police force for a long time. An assistant detective at the Itsugi Detective Agency, Shiro Emio! Alright, we don't got anything here at the moment. I don't know, maybe it's significant that we now have a male victim. This isn't gonna be easy, I hope you're prepared. Was there something else he said that I'm missing? Huh? Oh, that must be Ayumi. Hi, Ayumi. Hi, guys. Hey, Ayumi. I'm interrupting something? You both look so serious. Hey, Spots, how's it going? Spots, the smiling man. Itsugi and I told Ayumi everything we knew. You're joking, right? That's an urban legend. Haven't you heard of Emio? You know, the smiling man?
Emio?
Emio? Only smileys allowed. We're gonna go to emote only mode, and now everyone's only allowed to use the smiley face. She's not smiling. She's colon piping. She's doing this thing. How do I type it? I guess it looks weird on Twitch. Where's the emoji? The regular emote. Straight. No? Neutral. This one. Alright. Let's ask her about the smiling man. Tell me about the smiling man, Ayumi. You might also hear him called Emio, a name that uses the characters for smile and man. And it's an urban legend. Well, the story goes that a man wearing a paper bag with a smiley face on it appears in front of a crying girl. A paper bag with a smiley face on it? Are you serious? Yes, of course. And don't call me Shirley. Wait. Oh. We're zooming in on her. Like I said, oh, bitrate. My bitrate's gonna die. Smiling man appears in front of a crying girl with a paper bag on his head. And he says... Aw, you look sad. But you don't have to cry anymore. After all, I can give you a smile that will last forever. He took off her glasses, too. And they always find the victim afterward with a paper bag on her head, just like the smiling man wore. Is it the same paper bag, or are they sharing paper bags? Wow. Anyway, that's the most common version of the story. Let's look at Ayumi. Huh? What is it? Oh, she's smiling now. Ayumi, the smiling woman. You said that the most common version of the story. That's the most common version of the story. What are some other versions? Well, some say that if you stop crying and smile at the smiling man, he'll walk away instead of killing you. Hmm. But I've also heard that if you look directly at his face, he's definitely gonna kill you. So smile and he walks away. Look at his face and he kills you. Got it. Nice man. It's always a crying girl though. Hold on a second. All versions agree on that part. Hmm. So the thing about urban legends is that they're not all legends. Some of them hold a kernel of truth. A donut hole in a donut hole. Wait. For now, I'm treating this as valuable information. I'd say we have a lot of work to do. Let's split up and get to it. Okay, but first, I'd like you to take these. Are those cell phones? Are those big ass chunky 1980s cell phones? Oh my god. Let's go. Cell phones, cool. Please be in touch if there are any developments. Go on, take them. Yeah, let's take it. What? Let's take the cell phone. I'm taking this one. Thanks, I'll keep it close by. That's gonna be the most important choice in the game. I took the cell phone that he was holding in his left hand. Yes, thank you. Now if you'll excuse me, I've gotta go follow up on something. I'd like both of you to work together and decide the best way to split up your research. Understood? Uh-oh. We're a team now. Yes, sir. Understood. Got it. See you later, sir. Ah. Use phone. I'm sitting right here. Did you really just try calling me? We're testing it out, Ayumi. Yeah, sorry, I've never used a cell phone before. Neither have I. But this is so exciting. It'll be super convenient. Does it run on AA's? I suppose we should be careful about only using them when necessary. I hear the battery doesn't last long. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Alright, so the phone's definitely gonna run out of battery at an inopportune moment. That's definitely gonna happen. We've got the Smiling Man here. Emio the Smiling Man is a famous urban legend. Supposedly, the Smiling Man appears in front of crying girls with a paper bag on his head with a smiling face drawn on it. He tells the girls that they don't have to cry anymore because he will give them a permanent smile, then he kills them. The story goes that the Smiling Man leaves his victims where they were killed with the same type of paper bag on their heads that he wears. Oops. The story of the Smiling Man is eerily reminiscent of the real series of murders that took place 18 years ago. Some say that if you laugh when you meet him, the Smiling Man won't kill you. Others say if you see his face, he'll kill you. So that's this interesting translation detail, a thing. They said earlier that if you smile when you look at him, he won't kill you. But here it says if you laugh. And I think that's because warao, the kanji that they use is the same for smile and for laugh. Ayumi Tachibana, an assistant detective at the Atsugi Detective Agency. She was almost a Smash Bros. Character. Alright. Let's talk to her some more. So, how do you want to tackle this, Ayumi? I think we should start by reviewing our notes and seeing if there's anything we can deduce. Good plan. Let's review. It's the review period. So we have a victim, Eisuke Sasaki, discovered this morning. Based on what we know so far, I suspect homicide. I definitely suspect he self-strangulated with a rope and then put a paper bag on his head. I suspect homicide. I think you're right. No, actually, I'm left. Now, Eisuke was wearing a paper bag with a smile on it when he was found. And there's a certain similarity. It's like both of them. It's like the real-life case of the smiling man. You mean the urban legend? Yes, of course! But what if the urban legend is based on the actual murders that took place 18 years ago in Kofuku City? It's possible a horrible incident like that could have spawned such a morbid story, right? Still, we need to establish some sort of connection. The victim was a boy, right? That's right. And all 3 victims in the older cases were girls, according to Mr. Atsugi. Yeah, it doesn't seem likely that was only a coincidence. It's probably relevant. That poor kid Eisuke, covered in one of those horrible paper bags. Yeah. Was there anything else on your mind? Let's think about it. What am I missing? Oh, I should mention that we met the detective assigned to the case. Her name's Kuze. That's not Kuze. Itsuki seemed to recognize her from somewhere. Let's see, she's 26. So 18 years ago, she would have been 8. So, probably not related to the case 18 years ago? Probably. So Mr. Itsugi has worked with her before. I'm not sure, I didn't ask. Huh. Well, where do we go from here? I wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I only know what you've told me so far. Great question. Wish I had the answer. Well, maybe it's worth checking in with the police again. Forensics could have dug something up by now. Good idea. If it's alright with you, I'll try to find out more about the victim. Poor guy. That would be helpful, thanks. Alright, let's travel. We got a short little boot icon now. Police station. Alright. See you later. Good luck. I don't think we're ready for that yet. But if we keep working together, maybe one day... What? What are you talking about? Maybe one day. Yeah, right. I'm off. See you later. Wait, what? Why did she say I'm off? Well, that seemed off. I wonder if Inspector Kamada is even here. Got a lot of policewomen hanging out here. I'll check with that officer. I can't examine the other one. I can't look at anything. Look at this poster. Something about following the rules, I think. We can't examine anything. You can only think about that police officer. Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you, but can you help me out? Oh no, she had secret glasses. Hello, sir. How can I help? Ayumi? Let's not do that right now. Okay. Do you know if the inspector is available? You must mean Inspector Kamada, right? Yes, sorry about that. Actually, where do I know you from? Haven't we met before? Have we? Where do I know her from? That voice. Now that I think about it, her face is familiar too. How do we know each other? Was she a character in one of the previous games? You're so familiar, but... She's... It's you! Wait a second. She's wearing glasses now. Yes, that's me. Wait, what does that mean? Did we show her our flashback? And you are with the Atsugi Detective Agency, that's right. Shiro Emio, right? Wow, it's been a while. It's been a while. Did you transfer to this precinct? I mean, I should have recognized you right away. I suppose it was the glasses that threw me off. Oh, right. I usually wear contacts. And yeah, I transferred here a while back. I remember her being a pretty sharp investigator. Did she have a name? Used to work at a different station. Recognized Shiro from a past case. Police officer undisclosed. We don't know her name. She was wearing glasses, but she normally wears contacts. Acquainted with a police officer that was in the lobby of the Kofuku City Police Department from a previous case. I don't remember her. Oh right, Inspector Kamada did mention that someone might be coming by. I suppose it's you? I'll go see if he's available. Oh, just sitting here. Oh, well, is this the supposed PI? You're not Kamada! Who's this? Oh, it's the guy Kuze was yelling at this morning. He's super sus looking. Just kidding, buddy, but Inspector Kamada is busy right now, so I've been assigned to help you out. The name's Daisuke Kamihara. The Daisuke Kamihara? Who? You can call me Dice if you want. Most people want. Fuck. Okay, well, I'm Shiro Emio. I'm with the Utsugi Detective Agency. Let me use my brilliant intuition to deduce why you're here. Scoping out that murder, right? That's right. Normally we'd give your team a little more space, but the case is already so unusual. Don't even sweat it. I'm your guy. Hit me up. I'll tell you anything. And I mean anything. I meant about the victim. Although, sure, I'll take personal questions too. Why is he like this? Why is he like this? Sorry to jump in, but you're going to need to take this conversation somewhere else. Fine, we can follow procedure if you insist. Thank you so much. Right this way, boy detective, to the fabulous interrogation chamber. Can I stay with this girl? I don't want to hang out with this guy. Hi Daigo, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. And really, boy detective? Well, maybe I can get something useful. I don't want to hang out with this guy. Oh, she's giving us some green tea. Help yourself. Thanks. I could use some tea. I could use it by drinking it. Yeah, enjoy it, bro. She never makes fresh tea for me. Yeah, it's understandable. You seem like kind of a tool. Right. Is he in our notebook yet? Yes. He's already completely irritating. What now? Kamada is Detective Kuze and Detective Kamihara's boss. Oh, we don't have tabs for him yet. Alright. So, about the case? Right, not like you came here for tea, huh? Right. Am I right? Fine. Where do we start? I'll start by taking some tea. Cheers. Not bad, right? Bet you don't get to enjoy tea from a beautiful lady often. Actually, every day. Yeah, it's good. Hit the spot. Fresh tea, and she didn't bring me a cup. I'll ask for one in a little bit, I guess. God, can I get away from this guy? I don't want to be here. I'm guessing he's gonna get a no. I can't wait. Victim, just tell me about everything. They're telling us it was around 9 p.m. last night. We know that. At that time, it would have been pitch black out there. No streetlights at all. Great murder spot, obviously. Yeah, you know, I'm sure you've looked at all the great murder spots. We still don't know why the kid would have been out there at that time, of course. You already know a few details, right? Victim's name and age. That's right, his name's Eisuke Sasaki. He was only 15 years old. I visited the scene this morning. Yeah, I saw you there. And I saw you there getting verbally spanked by Detective Kuze in front of everyone. So the kid apparently rode his bike there. We recovered it at the site. That's right, I saw a bike with the name Sasaki on it. Yeah, it was mixed in with all that garbage. Such a shame, it's a pretty nice bike. Look at you noticing things. Real detective shit. Well, no, don't fall for him, Shiro. I mean, you're still not a real detective. That would be me. I've solved at least 2 murder mysteries at this point. Great. Anything else here? Look, I act brash, but I'm pretty torn up about that kid. Anything more about the time of death? Alright, nope. Scene of the crime. We found the body at the pumping station. Deserted location, you know? You know, you were there. I think it was one of those early morning joggers that found it. Joggers. Always finding bodies. Is that how you discover bodies, by becoming a jogger? You just run across the body somewhere? Ah, that's the 3rd one this week. I mean, you saw the place. Dirty old pump station tucked in the trees. We still have no idea what the kid was doing out there at the time of night, or at that time of night. But we haven't ruled out that someone driving may have seen something. It's right next to the road. I mean, it's crazy, right? Would I have gone out there as a middle schooler at that hour? Probably not. I mean, middle schoolers. Alone? Maybe not, though. This whole thing is depressing. I should keep listening to Detective Kamihara. What could that kid have been doing out there? He still has more to say? As you know, the victim had a paper bag over his head when we found him. Not just any paper bag, right? It had a smiley face on it. Yeah, it was creepy as hell, man. Why is that highlighted? And the bag was all dank and old too. Ugh, I'd die. Kid was already dead. What do you mean by dank and old? Forensics is taking a look now. I don't know, it just looked gross to me, but we'll see what they find. Old bag. Yeah, so did you hear that there were some murders like this a while back? We did, 18 years ago. I did, you're talking about the young girls who were killed 18 years ago. Maybe a smiley face. Yeesh, it's like you already know everything. That's our boy detective. Sasuka, Tantei-kun. This guy keeps pushing that button. So I guess you already knew that those victims had paper bags with smiley faces too, Mr. Smarty Pants. Thought so. Anyway, that's obviously gonna figure into the investigation. Right? Well, it's a complicated case. So riddle me this, boy detective. All those victims were girls, and serial killers love their patterns. But our victim is a boy. Ooh, spooky. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But there's another major difference between those victims and ours that I bet you haven't thought of. Care to hazard a guess? Yeah, the method of death. Well, they were strangled differently. Survey says... Ping pong! You're correct. Huh. Maybe you are a full-grown detective after all. Ping pong! Flashbacks. The previous victims were killed barehanded, but Eisuke Sasaki was strangled with a rope or string. Ding ding ding! There was no murder weapon 18 years ago. Pretty big difference if you ask me, unless the murder weapon was these hands. Yes. We're obviously going to be taking everything into account, including those murders from 18 years ago. You want to talk about 18 years ago, huh? Why, were you even alive at that time? I was 1 year old. I was 1 year old, okay? I was 1 year old. I being Shiro Emio, who is currently 19. Pretty sure. I mean, technically, technically I was 1 year old. I knew you were a baby. And here you are, a full-fledged private investigator. You were probably like fucking 8, dude. Maybe I should have been a PI. Must be cool to not have to play by the rules. I mean, we still have to, follow the law. Certain someone wouldn't be breathing down my neck all the time. Yeah, I'm serious. You think your boss would take me on? No. Please, no. No. Wait, do you remember anything about that case from 18 years ago? Yeah, I was in elementary school and it was all over the news. The victims weren't much older than me. They were like twice your age, probably. I wasn't worried about it, but the school and everyone's parents sure were. They made us walk to school in groups. They had a whole neighborhood watch thing going. It was like we were in a parade. Ridiculous. What do you mean? Really? No, not really. It's called a metaphor. Try to keep up. Anyway, every day, we'd gather in the gym to make sure we were all there. Sometimes one kid would be missing. Boy, did that cause a panic. Sure. Yeah, sometimes it was me. I could hear them all yelling out for me and scrambling everywhere looking. Oh, this guy sucks so bad. Sounds super annoying. Yeah. Sounds super annoying. Of course, some parents would just pick their kids up from school to avoid it all. When I think back, I guess I was pretty sheltered. Sorry to all the teachers I annoyed. You're still annoying people to this day. Anyway, since all the kids were safely inside before sundown, I guess we didn't give the killer anyone to kill. Maybe I should workshop that joke. Yeah. This guy. Can I stop talking to him? Why are we talking to him for so long? Oh my god. I really don't remember the whole paper bag part of the story. Oh? Yeah, I mean, it's been 18 years, I guess. I forgot. But it was pretty shocking. How could I forget that? Paper bags. I really feel like I would remember that. He was in elementary school 18 years ago. How old is he? I wonder how old he is. He looks like an experienced detective. Maybe a bit young, but still. He's a real oddball. I wonder if he's heard the Smiling Man urban legend. I'd say he's old enough to have heard it. Detective Kamihara, are you familiar with the urban legend known as the Smiling Man? So effing old. Did you hear the Smiling Man? Or did you say the Smiling Man? I did. Like a man who's smiling? They call him Emio sometimes. I don't know. What's the story behind it? I explained the whole thing to Detective Kamihara just the way Ayumi explained it to me. Bitrate killer! The real killer, or Emio's real motive is to kill all the bitrate. Whoa. I see what you mean about the similarities between that story and this case. Is there any connection? It couldn't just be coincidence, could it? Oh. Did I sound like I was deducing something awesome just then? I did, right? Maybe. I guess. I totally did! Anyway, joking aside, that's definitely something to think about. So, thanks for sharing. I'm filing that away. Hard to pin down what he might be thinking. Yeah, the Smiling Man legend is pretty similar to this case, and to the murders from 18 years ago. Urban legends, man. Alright, I think he's exhausted. He's dead silent. What's up with that? Why is he staring at me like that so intensely? Did he fall asleep? He might have an observation to share. Maybe he's more of a detective than I've given him credit for. Did he, like, fall asleep with his eyes open? You know, now that I think about it, there's one other thing we haven't considered. Go on. Well, it's just... the officer who was just here seemed like she kind of liked you, didn't it? I'm jealous! Fucking... She's hot, right? A woman that hot, and she wears a police uniform? Now that's a legend. Oh boy. I'm so glad she transferred to this division. I'm sure she's regretting it every day of her life. Every time she sees you. It's like destiny. Unmei-da. Wow. And that's why they call me Dice. I sure am a lucky bastard, I tell ya. Oh god. Kami? Well, I like how she just shortens his name. Hi there, ma'am. Didn't see you there. Ma'am. What's that supposed to mean? What are you two blathering about? Do your job. We've got a murder to solve. No. It's not what you think. I mean, maybe it is. This guy won't shut up about how hot our coworker is. He's all, ooh, and the uniform is the piece de resistance. What? Anyway, I'll get back to work. Toodles. Have fun, buddy. He's leaving? Just like that? Sorry about that. Anyway, sorry about this morning as well. Okay. I guess I haven't really introduced myself. I'm Detective Kuze. Junko Kuze. Investigation Division 1. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm from Utsugi Detective Agency, Shiro Emio. Sorry to bother you this morning. No, it's my fault. I didn't realize the inspector had called you guys in. It's no problem at all. That said, don't get in my way, understand? Right. Of course. Alright. Let's do her. So, sorry, I have work to do. Excuse me. Alright, and she's gone. Alright, let's go back home, I guess. Maybe I should ask if Inspector Kamada is still busy, just in case. What's this? Did we step on a sheet of paper? Oh, no. Come on, just one cup, okay? Why don't you brew it yourself? It's Detective Kamihara. I just really want you to brew it for me. can't believe he's begging like that. It's for the good of the investigation, trust me. Alright, boy detective. Are you really leaving already? Okay, bye, I guess. Took that one on the nose. Shrug it off, Dice. You saw all of that. Yeah, but I have some unrelated questions. Alright. Let's find somewhere to talk. So, were you able to get some info from Detective Kamihara? Yes, more or less. About Kamada. I was wondering if Inspector Kamada is available. I'm sorry, but I'm told his meeting is running along. I see. Maybe I should come back tomorrow. Alright. Hey, can I get your number? You've grown up a bit, haven't you? Hearts. Have you gotten taller too? Anything else? No. I've worked with a lot of detectives, but that one, well, he's something special. You might not want to follow in his footsteps if you catch my drift. Noted. Literally in my notebook. Excuse me. Seems he admires a certain officer at the Kofuku police station. And he was in elementary school at the time. Oh, he's 24. He was indeed 6 years old during the murders. That's barely elementary school. That is practically a kindergartner. The victims were a little older. They were at least 2 times your age at that time, buddy. Oops. Junko, okay. Detective Kuze works for Investigation Division 1 on the police force. Alright, we learned that he traveled to the pump station on a bicycle. The paper bag that covered his head was apparently fairly old. Alright. Alright, and have a good one. Dude, do you have a name? Do you have a name yet? You do not have a name yet. Alright, later. Nameless police officer. If you'll excuse me, I should head out. Please give Inspector Kamada my thanks for his help. Sounds good. Safe travels. He didn't get her number. Sag. Hello, I'm back. Oh, welcome back, Shiro. Welcome back. So, how did it go today? Well, I went to the precinct to see what I could find out. But Inspector Kamada was in the meeting all day, so I spoke with Detective Kamihara instead. Is that so? Well, thanks for tracking someone down. Ayumi, how about you? Sure. Well, I went to see the victim's family. The Sasaki family was very nice and welcoming. I felt like it was a good family home. And considering their terrible loss, they were so generous with their help. They really want to know what happened. It's just senseless, you know? Eisuke wasn't in any sort of trouble. He was just a regular kid. It's just... Just what? Well, his family said that when he came home that night, he locked himself in his room. They said he'd never done anything like that before. They weren't sure what it was all about. He wasn't responding, so they were about to try unlocking the door, but... At around 8 p.m., his mother heard a noise at the front door. She went to check and... it was Eisuke, still wearing his school uniform, holding a telephone receiver. Eisuke's a lot taller than I expected. So he hadn't been in his room after all. He dropped the phone in surprise when he noticed her. Then he locked himself in his room for realsies. I wonder who he was talking to. Yeah, great question. His family didn't know. No caller ID. No call history. Anyhow, it seems as if he snuck out again after that without his family noticing. And that's all I have for now. I'll keep digging. What in the world happened to this poor kid? You know, I've been digging into the cold case from 18 years ago a bit more, and I'm concerned. You see, the police never made all the details public. In particular, the use of paper bags. Oh, so that's why Detective Kamihara didn't remember anything about it. Do you know why they withheld that information? Well, I have an idea, but it would be better to speak to Kamada himself about it. If the paper bag thing was not known, then how did it become part of the urban legend? Someone must have leaked the information somehow as an urban legend? Or maybe one of the joggers that found the bodies. One of the joggers that found a body spread the rumor, or like talked about it, spilled the tea about it. I understand. Regardless of the reason why, if the police didn't release those details at the time, or the legend actually came first, that could be it too. And it seems a bit of a stretch to assume that the case is connected to the Smiling Man urban legend, and that line tells me that it's definitely connected. Mr. Atsugi is getting it wrong. He's wrong. But the legend almost has to be connected to the current case, doesn't it? In some way. Well, I do need to fully understand the urban legend if I'm gonna solve the case. You, specifically? Well, yes, I'm fascinated by the case of the Smiling Man, and I want to take a deeper dive into it. Now then, I'd like to have the two of you review what you learned from today's research. You got it. Shall we, Shiro? Alright, let's review. So we have a victim, Eisuke Sasaki, who was found with a paper bag on his head with a smiley face on it, with a :D on it. A series of similar crimes took place 2 years ago. 18 years ago. Yes, that's right. Precisely. Why do I feel like they're testing me? The case from 18 years ago involved 3 murders, and the victims all had one thing in common. All of them had paper bags on their heads. Were teenage girls. It's so terrible to think about. So the killer from 18 years ago was never caught. And the information about the paper bags was never made public. So only a handful of people know about it. The killer, the families of the victims, the police were investigating, and whoever found the bodies. What does it all add up to? Do you have any thoughts based on the info you have so far? Well, I suppose what I can say at this stage is... you got lucky and saw? Something seemed off about... something seemed off about... Eisuke. There's something bugging me about the victim. Really? I mean, it's just a feeling. Sounds like that's a wrap on our investigation for the day. It feels like comparing notes really helped. We're working together well. I agree. I'm counting on both of you. Alright, let's split up and continue the investigation tomorrow. I'll head to ACK's middle school and see what I can learn. I think I'll see what else I can get from the police. You can get arrested. Excellent. Good luck out there. Chapter 2. Disappearance. Who's disappearing? Who's disappearance? Thanks for taking time to meet, Inspector Kamada. Oh, Emio. Sorry I wasn't available yesterday when you stopped by. It's alright, you're incredibly busy. But if you have a few minutes now... Yes, of course, you can ask me anything. But let's head back to the back room first. Oh, he's taking us to the back rooms. Bet he's a friend of Kane Pixels. Sounds good. So what's the latest on the investigation? Any more info on the victim? Oh, well... I'm afraid we don't have much new info. But forensics is still looking at that paper bag. I heard that the paper bag itself seemed like it might have been old. Is that true? I really can't say until we get the results, but we'll know soon enough. This is just a difficult case. So they still don't know how old that paper bag is. Let's find out why they didn't tell anyone about it 18 years ago. I understand that you kept the paper bag a secret in the previous case, is that right? That's right. I was in charge of the investigation, and it was my call. I see. And we had good reason. It was a big scandal anyway, but if all the bizarre details had leaked... Well, just seemed best not to rile up folks about details. Could have slowed our investigation. Fair. Try not to rile folks up. Like I said, we kept details secret. Don't need people freaking out and slowing down the investigation. I showed you the photo of the victim with the paper bag, right? If that got out to the public, there's a chance someone would try to copy it. My understanding is that we never caught the killer who committed those crimes 18 years ago, is that right? Yeah, still haunts me to this day. Still. Oh hell, since the cat's out of the bag, let me share a few other shameful secrets with you. Please, go on. Well, in addition to the 3 unsolved tragic murders... Mind you, we worked that case hard. I didn't want to see any more lives lost on my watch. But something else slipped through our fingers. Uh-oh. Oh? Yeah, we had a missing person. A young boy. It's the successor! The successor! The successor to the Emio murders! Or the original Emio murders. Missing boy. His name was Makoto Kuze. Oh, that explains why Junko's all up in here. Oh, Kuze, you said. Makoto Kuze, sorry saying. Yeah, that's exactly what you're thinking. He's Detective Kuze's older brother, 6 years older. He was 14 years old when he just disappeared. I personally suspect that he was murdered by the same person. It was a tremendous blow to my team. Fortunately, we never did find another victim in a paper bag like that until now. Unfortunately, we never found poor Makoto either. To this day, he's considered a missing person. But I think it's possible, even likely, there's a connection. It certainly is strange. For some reason, after the disappearance of Makoto Kuze, the serial murders of the young girls stopped. That's a pretty sus connection. What if it's exactly like my Saw theory, where the current one is actually a successor to the first one, and now that Makoto Kuze is in his 30s, he's decided to start doing serial murders of his own for some reason. We're not sure why, but unfortunately we haven't seen that sort of crime since then. But fortunately, we haven't seen that sort of crime since then. Oh, until now! For the record, there have been no new murder victims like this since Makoto Kuze went missing. There's another thing I should mention. We had a suspect at the time, but he disappeared shortly after the first murder. Right after the first murder? Yeah, so there were 2 disappearances back then surrounding our case. It feels like everything is connected, but we still have a few missing pieces, you know? Missing man. Do you have any more info about the man who went missing? I suppose so. Turns out that he knew the first victim from the serial girl murder case. This is SGM, Sarah Gishelle Meller. Super Gekka Modzilla. They'd never been meeting up, or they had apparently been meeting up frequently. Anyhow, the same day the body of the first victim was found, we found a disturbing amount of blood in the man's apartment. Oh, if they were strangled though, why would there be blood? Time to play? We found a okay, what was it? Alright. We found a okay. Oh! We thought that perhaps the man was injured in some kind of altercation relating to the murder. It's also possible that he himself is the killer. But he's still missing, along with the truth. I'm afraid we weren't able to establish a connection between him and the series of murders. The man's whereabouts and connections to the case are both unknown. That's some serious strangle angle. Yeah. The strangulation led to a lot of bleeding. The man's whereabouts and connection to the case both remain unknown. Achoo! Sniffle. Whoa. Yo, blow your nose, man. Sorry about that, it's a little dusty in here. See, these cold cases sit in files gathering dust over the years. 18 years is a lot of dust. I've been sifting through the archives for any information that might help us out with this case. Hence all the dust. Wipe your nose, buddy. So I can't figure it out all these years later. So there were 2 missing people involved in the case 18 years ago. One was the man who apparently knew the victim. They found blood in his apartment after he disappeared. And the other was Detective Kuze's brother. Makoto Kuze has been missing this whole time. I wonder if Inspector Kamada ever met Detective Kuze as a child. Maybe that's how Utsugi knows her. About Kuze. I've known Detective Kuze since she was a kid, but I don't think she remembers me much from those years. She sure has grown up though. She's tough and sharp as a tack. Great detective. Great mouse detective? Is just what? I think Kuze's working a bit too hard. I feel like she's tense all the time, always pushing. She's gotta be tough. A brother gone missing from a young age might be weighing on her. Ah, what do I know? I'm no shrink. Kuze's already on the Sasaki case, you know? She's the best we've got. Reliable and always gives her all. Eisuke case. Is it possible that Eisuke was killed by the same person who killed the others 18 years ago? Well, we can't rule it out, but we should also consider the possibility of a copycat. However, since certain details about the crime were never made public, a copycat is pretty unlikely. Then there's the matter of the victims. Why target girls then and boys now? And there's one more critical difference. Do you know what it is? The victims were killed in a different manner. That's right, you seem to have a pretty good handle on this case already. As you said, the serial murders were committed barehanded, while Eisuke was strangled with a cord. Was it... What kind of cord was it? A minor? Of course, a killer would deviate from his modus operandi in the heat of the moment. We can't rule that out. Could deviate from his modus operandi in the heat of the moment. We can't rule that out. And if you were chasing the same perp, he's now 18 years older than he was. Maybe his methods changed over time. I see. I have to wonder if there's a connection to the cold case from 18 years ago. Could also be allergies, who knows? Well, I still can't figure it out all these years later. So the paper bag might be the only common factor. It all seems like it's coming back to that smiling man urban legend. Come to think of it, has Inspector Kamada heard of the Smiling Man? Hey Kamada, have you heard of the new game, Emio the Smiling Man Famicom Detective Club on Nintendo Switch? It just released this week. By the way, are you familiar with the urban legend known as the Smiling Man? The Smiling Man? No, what the hell is that? It's a Nintendo Switch game. Well, it relates to the paper bags you found on these victims. Paper bags with smiley faces on them. A man with such a bag on his head would appear in front of a crying girl and threaten to give her a smile forever. The victims are said to be found in the same type of paper bag with a crude smiley face drawn on. Are you serious? That's a real urban legend? The Smiling Man thing, it sure does seem like those murders could have been the inspiration behind it. But you said that the information about the paper bags was never made public, right? That's right, would have been irresponsible. Well, you know, there are a lot of people at a crime scene. The paper bag thing could have been leaked. I wouldn't rule out a connection. It could even be the reverse, that the killer was copying this legend. This whole thing is such a mess. Well, it's getting late. I should get back to the investigation. I should probably excuse myself as well. Let's head to the scene of the crime so I can take a look at the spot where the body was found. Let's go! Exploration time! But first, was there anything I forgot to ask? Well, I think I'll be on my way now, unless there's anything else you can share with me? Well, let's see. Now that you mention it, you did speak with Kamihara extensively yesterday, didn't you? Yes, that's right. I know Detective Kuze is taking this case personally. And that... well, that might be putting a lot of pressure on him as her partner. What do you think about Kamihara? Odd duck, isn't he? He's an even duck, I think. To say the least. But you know, he gets results. Kamihara is a pretty good detective after all. He's smart and he's got good instincts. Terrible shot, though. Well, you must have seen how he gets on with Detective Kuze. As in, not well. Yeah. She ripped into him again yesterday while I was here. But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposites, but they're quite the duo. Yeah, believe it or not, Kamihara looks up to Kuze like a mentor. Meanwhile, Kuze is wound tighter than a coil. She needs that loose energy that Kamihara brings. Since the two of them started working together, Detective Kuze has really mellowed out. Mellowed out? Jeez, that's mellow? Credit where it's due. I think that's Kamihara's influence. Opposites attract, right? Kuze and Kamihara make a good team. Is there anything else? Opposites work well. I guess I can see it. Alright. See you at the crime time. Thank you so much for your time, Inspector Kamada. I should be on my way now. Mint here. Sure thing. If you need anything else, just stop by. I will, thank you. By the way, how old are you now, Emio? I'm 19, sir. So you wouldn't have heard about those previous murders at the time they were committed. No, sir, just trying to learn everything I can now. That's good. You need to immerse yourself to try to understand. I'm glad to hear you're approaching this investigation with the right attitude. And I'm hopeful that you'll bring an outsider's perspective to it. Might be the key to our solve. Yes, sir, I'll do my best. Good. I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. Where are you headed next, by the way? Well, I was wondering if I could take another look at the crime scene. Do you mind? I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Star Fox. Just pulling your leg, rookie. You're part of a Tsuki detective agency, so you get full access. Get a lifetime pass to Walt Disney, the scene of the crime. Oh, thank you. Some locations may be taped off, but you can ignore that. Go ahead and investigate. Just, yes? Don't tell Kuze. Of course. Scene of the crime. Scene of duck crime. Here's the pump station where Eisuke Sasaki's body was found. I've got the green light from Inspector Kamada. Time to check it out. Pump station. Yummy. Wait. The body was found around here. An early morning passerby saw him lying strangely on the ground and called the police. I'm sure that was a terrible shock. Why would anyone have passed by here? It's true though, why would you be here? Why are you passing by all the way here? Excuse? Is this the kind of place someone would have just passed by? There's no one to talk to. Hold on. It's a lonely place. Bush. The bushes seem normal. No signs of trampling or anything knocked over. I don't see anything that might be a clue. There are warning signs here, one from the police and one from the water department. What do they say? How long has this facility been here? I think Eisuke's body was found in front of this fence. What a lonely place. I can't imagine him with that terrible paper bag on his head. Oh, I can't help but imagine him with that terrible paper bag on his head. Huh. What's going on in here? I'm strangely intrigued. Okay, let's have a look around back. Nothing? I didn't see anything out of place from the back of the pumping station, but there's a path leading up the backside of the facility. So this isn't a dead end after all? I wonder if the person who found the body came through here as some kind of shortcut? I don't see anything else of interest. Still, it's pretty spooky. I almost feel like the smiling man is watching me from the shadows. We're gonna see like the Slender Man out there. Who could have come here and done such a terrible thing to Eisuke Sasaki? Not sure what's going on inside, and I wonder what kind of facility this was in the first place. I don't think there are any more clues here. Let's take the bus back to the office. Alright. Let's go back. Ah. Let's see, the next bus is arriving in an hour? Oh god. Oh no. Might be faster to walk back. Oh. Heyo, boy detective. Looks like you're working hard on our case. Thanks. Also, there's Kuze on the phone in the car. Oh, Detective Kamihara. I should actually be thanking you. Oh, please. Anyway, what's up? Notice anything new? Maybe found something different. Maybe thanks to your private investigator mindset. Please let me know. I'm afraid I didn't find much. I didn't even find a ride. Well, let me know if you do find something, or if I can help in any way. Isn't he supposed to be one of the primary investigators? Anything else? I'm on my way back to the station, but... Yeah... How's the investigation going on your side? I'm kinda stalled out, but don't worry about me, boy detective. Anyway, I didn't find anything. I'll share, or if I find anything, I'll share the info with... never mind. Huh? Have you noticed anything new here? Why is he staring at me so intensely? Well, boy detective... Yes? You got a haircut, didn't you? What? I didn't, but... Dang it, usually that's what people are looking for when they ask if you've noticed anything new. Depends on who you're talking to. Oh boy. Since you asked me about noticing things, there is something that I'm hoping you notice. Did he cut his hair? It looks exactly the same. Something seems off about him. I wonder if he's always been that way. Are you waiting for a bus? You know they don't come very often. New earrings. Yeah, I took a look at the schedule. Oof. Sheesh. I was actually just thinking about how it'd be faster to walk back to the office. Nah, you don't want to do that. You get all sweaty. Not a good look. Yeah, you're probably right. I might give you a ride if I could. But... yeah. Let's not call anyone now. Haven't you heard of confidentiality? I can't actually share more info with you. Well, now he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Huh. Is he being even stranger than he was yesterday? Ah. Detective Kuze. Kami, we've got to go. Sorry, I'm getting called away. Not sure I'm brave enough right now. The bus doesn't come by often, does it? He approached me, but it seems like something is going on with him. I guess I shouldn't hold him up any longer. I think I'll just wait for the bus, but thanks for your concern. Gotcha. We'll take care then. Well, take care then. See ya. This is a cozy looking little bus stop though. Ugh. Battery seems pretty low. Now that I think of it, I don't remember charging the phone last night. Maybe I'll just wait until it's an emergency. I should listen to Ayumi about this. Already? Guess there's no choice but to wait for the bus. How should I pass the time? There's no one here to talk to, are you sure? Can't you just come pick me up? Oh. As if I'd ever say that to her for real. Detective Kamihara, please come back! Phone from that era should run for a week on that. Just kidding. Who should I call? Oh, I can call a cab. I just dialed 104 to get the operator to connect me. I'm so smart for thinking of this. Cell phones are amazing. Thank you, Mr. Utsugi. Oh no! Now's the time to use it. The battery can't just suddenly die, can it? If it can't survive a phone to the cab, it doesn't. You're not gonna get an emergency call out off of it. Come on. Let's see. 10. Battery's dead. Detective Kamihara's gone. It was good to hear all that backstory about him from Inspector Kamada. I know he can seem careless, but he's actually a fine detective. He's smart and he's got good instincts. Terrible shot, though. He must have seen how he gets on with Detective Kuze, as in, not well. But at the end of the day, they may seem like opposites, but they're quite the duo. Alright, yeah, you saw this before. If he's sharing that about Kuze, maybe she's just as hard on him as she is on Detective Kamihara. Still thinking, but hardly any time has passed. I don't know what to do. At this hour, it might be hard to find a taxi. At this hour, it seems pretty normal. Nothing of particular concern there. I think I'll just sit tight and wait. There's only one bus per hour, and they stopped running pretty early. Can I examine myself? No. I can't even use my cell phone. Guess I have to wait for the bus. Unless... Can't let this discourage me. There's gotta be another way to call a taxi. Can do this? Probably. Okay, let's call a cab. I'll just use my mysterious powers. Close my eyes and summon a taxi with my mind. I mean, it's worked before. That one time when I wished I'd have another sunny day. Is that the sound of a car approaching? I can feel it! I can feel it! Come on, universe, send a cab to a PI in need! Come on! Whoa, you did it. Huh? Did I really summon a taxi? Ben, you're heading to the station, right? Oh, Kamihara probably did that. What? Come on, hop in. Oh, okay. Are you sure about this? Don't you have someone else to pick up or something? No, I'm here to pick you up. Me? Really? You're here to pick me up specifically? Yeah, boss called and said I had a fare out waiting for this bus stop. Huh? You're saying you didn't call me? Guess someone else arranged it for you. Could it have been Detective Kamihara? Thank you for calling the cab for me, Dice. It was really helpful. Oh, hey. Yes, what is it? Did you know that the cops found a body not too far from where I picked you up? Yeah, heard about that. I heard a rumor that a kid was killed somewhere around here the other night. Word travels fast. Well, he is in a car, or a cab. Yeah, something crazy like that. You know people are gonna talk. I guess the kid was in middle school. Poor guy. Yeah. Makes me sick to think about it. You're the one that brought it up. Hell of a thing for a kid to get killed in a place like that, huh? I mean, maybe the killer figured they could count on the place to be deserted, you know? So what were you doing there anyway? Are you some kind of police detective or something? Not exactly. How could I put it? Come on, son, you look like you're in high school, aren't you? Hey. I drive past all the time for work, but I've never picked anyone up here, or up there. So I gotta ask, what were you up to? I had some business to attend to. Oh, I see. Sorry, don't mean to pry. He often drives by this area for work. You said you drive through this area often. Yeah, I do. I was actually out here the night before last. Probably around 10 p.m. Oh? We haven't ruled out that someone driving by may have seen something. It's right next to the road. Maybe the driver saw something. Did you see anything noteworthy when you drove through this area the other night? Anything noteworthy? Yes, anything at all could help. Let me think. Well, I definitely didn't see any kids out here. Let's see. Maybe there was something. Oh, right, I almost forgot. What is it? I saw a motorcycle parked there the other night. A motorcycle, huh? I'm positive that I saw a motorcycle parked over there the other night, around 10 p.m. I'm sure of it. Oh? Yeah, it was a nice looking bike. But, huh? I'm guessing the rider was just, making a pit stop. A pit stop? Why there? Bathroom break, kid. You ever see a bike on the side of the road? The rider's probably taking a piss. The taking a piss part is gold. Wow. He's pretty confident about this interpretation. There was a motorcycle parked at the crime scene around 10 p.m. on the night of the murder. It's concerning, to say the least. And if the killer was riding a motorcycle, I mean, he must have killed Eisuke there. I can't imagine transporting a body on a motorcycle. Of course, Eisuke's bicycle was at the scene of the crime, so it stands to reason that he rode to the scene himself. I think it's most likely that Eisuke was killed at the pump station, but why was the motorcycle parked there? Maybe they saw the body? Because they saw Eisuke's body. No, it can't be. It's pretty dark out there at night, so if a motorcyclist were just passing by, it seems unlikely that they'd noticed Eisuke lying that far back from the road. Plus, wasn't the person who called in the murder there in the early morning? Yeah, maybe the driver is right after all. Hey, so I gotta ask, why does it feel like I'm being interviewed by a detective? Well, you see. Yeah. I mean, you're in high school, right? Actually in a sort of detective club. A Famicom detective club, if you understand what I'm saying. But we like to investigate anything strange that happens in town. Why didn't I just tell him I'm a PI? Oh well. Hey, that sounds kind of fun. Yeah, it's all fun and games. You didn't happen to see anything else the night before last, did you? Nah, don't think so. I suppose it's not what you're looking for, but I do have a story if you want to hear it. Huh? Let's hear it. Nah, no thanks. Well, you know how I told you about that I got a call about a fare out at the bus stop. When they said there was a young man out there waiting for me, I got nervous. What? See, you'd be surprised how often we get calls from... Calls from who? I don't know, like phantom calls from another world. You show up and there's no one there. It's creepy. You were hanging out where that near where that boy was murdered, right? So yeah, if I'd gotten that call to pick you up at night, I might have just faked being sick or something. I know it's kind of unprofessional. No, that's fair. Anyway, I thought you might want to know. Sorry if I wasted your time. Alright, let's get you where you're going. Sure. Yeah, if you get like a late night call to pick someone up at a place where someone was recently murdered, that's that's scary. Yo, I'm going to Ushio's house. You want to come? He's got Basilisk Quest 4, doesn't he? Basilisk Quest. Heck yeah, I'm in. Let's slay some basilisks. Imagine if there was just a game series called Basilisk Quest. Inami Daisen Junior High School. Oh, hey, we've actually got playable Yumi. Middle school boys are so energetic. I'm here to talk to kids at Minami Daisen Junior High, where Eisuke Sasaki was a student. Wait up! Huh? I'm coming too. Why are you leaving without me? What? Huh? So cute. Oh. Excuse me, miss. Can I help you? What can Minami Daisen Junior High do for you? Hello? Alright, let's think. Shouldn't he go with his friends? Let's check out the notebook that we share across time and space. There's no reports of trouble with his family. It seems that Eisuke may have been talking to someone on the phone just before he died. Are you sure? Your friends left without you. Yeah, I'm okay. I should help people in need, right? I mean, that's what my mom says. And all my teachers. Is that so? Well, thank you. Not that I'm in need, necessarily. Okay, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Are you sure you're okay with it? Yeah, ask me anything. I'll never say no to a nice woman. Okay, sure, kid. That's what my dad says anyways. Anyway, I'm only in my first year here, but I know a lot. Ask away. First year? Well, you see me like you've got it figured out. Like I said, I'll never say no to a nice woman. Alright. Eager junior high school student. That's his name. A male student at Minami Daisen Junior High, first year, claims to know a lot. Wait, did it say how old he was? Like 12? 12 years old. Alright. You're so cute, miss. Oh, come on, you're flattering me. No, you're super cute. Do you know about what happened to Eisuke Sasaki? Well, they told us at yesterday's morning assembly. I was shocked. He's actually dead, isn't he? Well, I heard he's a third year, and that's all I know. Sorry. It's okay. Thanks for talking to me. All I know is that Eisuke Sasaki was a third year and that he was killed. His friends just went merrily on their way. Even though something terrible has happened, it pretty much feels like a normal day around here. I wonder what the mood of the school is overall. I'm sorry if this is hard to talk about. No, it's not that. It's just... Ow! I bit my tongue. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. It's, what did you want to ask? Have you noticed anything different or concerning at school since the incident with Eisuke Sasaki? Don't go out alone at night and stay away from the pump station. That's what the principal told us. I think everyone is leaving early today as well. Also, Have a few friends who commute to school on the bus that stops near the pump station. They said they were gonna start riding their bikes instead. I can see why. Be careful when you leave today. Oh, I will. And then, let's see. It's my first year here, so I don't know much about the school. Sorry. This kid seems like he's suddenly deflated. Hey, so... What? What's wrong? So I know I said I know a lot, but I don't actually know anything about SK, or the school, really. My dad's always telling me not to lie no matter who I'm talking to. I'm sorry, miss. Hey, you're being honest now. I appreciate it. Also, I had to try to think of everything that I could about SK. The more I thought about it, the more scared I got. I started thinking about how even kids my age can die. Started worrying that I might suddenly die, you know? It's so scary. Oh dear, I'm really sorry that my question brought up all these kinds of feelings for you. No, it's not your fault. Dude, what's taking so long? Hurry up! Yeah, hurry up if you're coming to Ushio's. We're the only ones who know where he lives. Oh, right. First one there, I got the first run at the Basilisk quest. Yeah. That sequence is very mind-numbing. I'm literally falling asleep now. Who was that lady anyway? She was cute. Totally, almost as cute as Sayori. No way, Sayori's definitely cuter. Bro, you've got a crush on Sayori. I keep saying Saori. Big time. He's got it bad. Shut up, I'll fight you. How's the game going? Hopefully it's going good. It's going pretty good. It's still in the beginning phases, so we've got a lot of setup that we're going through still. Oh, junior high kids. I just can't relate. Girl, you're like... I guess you're like 7 years older than them now. Maybe there's some other kids I can talk to. Well, some girls are approaching. They don't look like first-year students. I should talk to them. Can we talk for a minute? My name's Ayumi, and I'm an assistant at the Tsugi Detective Agency. You're a detective? This must be about Eisuke. That's right. I'm working on his case. If you don't mind, I have a few questions. Wow, you're like interrogating me or something? Sure, I'll tell you everything I know. Yeah, I hope this is okay. My friend and I were classmates with Eisuke. Oh, if they were in the same class, they might have some promising information. They announced that he died at the morning assembly yesterday. I couldn't believe my ears. Can I ask what kind of person Eisuke was? Yeah, he was always really positive and he had a lot of friends, both boys and girls. He got good grades, he was kind. I just can't believe what happened. I'm so sorry to ask you questions about this. I'm sure it's painful to think about. No, it's okay. I'm the class representative. I should be able to handle it. Alright. I was so shocked. Everyone in his class is still talking about it a lot. We're all in shock. I guess the kids in the younger grades might not be as affected. I mean, it varies from kid to kid. Right? Come on, don't be sad. I know it's hard right now. I think this is just a normal school. Nothing special. Anyway, I could tell from the moment I saw you that you were special, miss. I mean, being a detective is so cool. Oh, you think so? Want to join the detective club? You agree, don't you? Yeah, I guess. I need to hear from them, alright? So, SK was a bright, studious, and kind boy. Yeah, he was. Everyone liked him. Did you notice anything different or unusual about his behavior recently? Nothing in particular. He was acting normally, right? Yeah, he was. Business as usual. Can you think of anyone who's particularly close with SK? I mean, he got along with everyone. He treated everyone like an equal. I wonder who could it be? Who it could be? Who it could be? Who could it be? Oh, come to think of it. What, do you remember something else? Yeah, I'm thinking of Megumi from the class next door. Oh. SK's good friend, right? They go way back. Miss, I bet she knows something. Talk to Megumi Morimoto. Alright, let's go. I think the girl on the left must be the more talkative of the two, you think? You think of Yumi? I'd love to hear what the girl on the right has to say as well. How about you? Do you have anything you'd like to share? Me? We're here to help, Miss Detective. Come on, think. Huh? You should just go to talk to Miss Megumi herself. Wait. You should just go talk to Megumi herself. Phew, I'm sharp as a tack today. But I want to hear what she has to say. I wonder if Megumi is here. Or is Megumi anyway? I guess this is where the class representative comes in. What I mean is, I'll go get her, miss. Oh, hang on. She sure is energetic, huh? Yeah, sometimes a bit too energetic. I worry. We have a lot of fun together, so... Would it be alright if I ask you a few more questions? Okay. Alright, we get to ask her questions directly. SK was just like everyone says. Outgoing, friendly. He could light up any room on his own. When I think about the fact that he'll never sit in class with us again, it's just so sad. The teachers are also definitely in shock. Also in shock. I don't know Megumi that well. I have to hear something from her. She looks a little nervous. Oh, but... Is it okay to say? It seems like she wants to say something. Actually, Huh? I heard a rumor about one of Eisuke's friends. What kind of rumor? Well, I didn't really want to make a big deal out of it. I just thought I'd keep it quiet. But if it helps you somehow... Yes, any info you have could be helpful. I'd love to hear it. Okay, so it's about a boy who was good friends with Eisuke. Oh. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh. I've got bad news. Megumi isn't here today. Sorry, miss. I see. Well, thank you for going out of your way to look for her. If anyone knows anything, it'd be her. What were you talking about while I was gone? Oh, it's just that rumor about Eisuke's friend? That rumor? Shh, not so loud. Yeah, that rumor seems super important. You never disappoint. Nice work. Huh? What rumor? His friend. Yeah, that's right. It's probably not a big deal. Are you kidding? If I were a detective, I'd definitely want to hear the rumor. Rumors it's true. I have to ask, can you share the super important rumor with me? Yeah, are you supposed to be the detective? So you should be able to figure it out without me even saying it. That's not how that's not how it works. That's not how. Do you not know what detectives are? Wait, you're talking about that? Wait, you're talking about that thing? But how could you know? There's no way! So here's the scoop. Eisuke was friends with a boy named Kenji. But they both had kind of a crush on Megumi. At least that was the rumor. Oh? I think you mean Kohei, not Kenji. Kohei? Wait, did I have it wrong? Yeah. I always get Kenji and Kohei confused. Anyway, those two do look alike. But I can confirm that his name is Kohei Takiguchi. I see, thank you very much. Notebook updated. Oh no, it's almost time for cram school. Oh, you're right. Good luck with the investigation, Miss Detective. Solve it for Eisuke! Thank you. I'll do my best. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. Glad we could help. Good luck. Hey kids, be extra careful on the way home, okay? Don't go anywhere near the pump station on the principal's orders. Even though someone will have to go near it at some point, we do need the pump station, I suppose. This guy, please. Yeah, Basachi. See you later, Basachi. Basachi? Glad you kids are well. Anyhow, nothing to be afraid of. Or if we play it safe, right? Of course, Mr. Fukuyama. See ya. How wonderful of you to use my real name. See you all tomorrow. Even the game's calling him Basachi. I want a new rumor in my life. Rumors about the Nintendo Switch or the next Switch. I need more rumors. Give them to me, game. Give them to me, Nintendo. Give them to me, game journalists? Question mark? Fukuyama, and his voice is so familiar. Huh? Tachibana? By any chance, are you the Fukuyama I know from Naginata Club? Spoo 4? That's me! I can't believe you remember me from junior high. How fun! I knew it was you, Tachibana. You are Tachibana, right? Ayumi Tachibana? I'd never have imagined. I heard you were gonna be in Super Smash Bros. But they didn't put you because they didn't know about Famicom Detective Club in the modern day. It's been way too long, right? Good old Tachibana. Well, he sure hasn't changed. He still gets way too close when he's talking to you. So what are you doing here anyway? Well, I'm actually an assistant detective. Is that right? Tachibana the crime solver! That's great. Do they let you carry a Naginata or... No. Unfortunately. His full name is Tsubasa Fukuyama. Oh, the name Basachi is based on his first name. That's cute. Tsubasachi. Wait, what are you doing here? I'm actually a teacher now. I've just been assigned to the school. I see. You must be here investigating Eisuke Sasuke's murder, right? Eisuke Sasuke. Sosuke Bosuke? Eisuke Sasaki's murder, right? Let me help you. I'm so sorry to hear about Eisuke. It's just such a tragedy. A junior high kid losing his life so young. It's beyond sad. I'd like to tell the killer that I hate him straight to his face, and I want Eisuke back. I think everyone here at Minami Daisan High School, junior high, feels about the same. Hopefully the kids you were just talking to helped with that investigation some? They did. They gave me lots of info. So brave to be dealing with the trauma and still be able to help a detective. They were doing all right though. I was trying to figure out what Spoo 4 meant, but I really would like a Splatoon 4. Give me Splatoon 4 rumors. I want Splatoon 4 rumors. One thing they emphasized was how popular Eisuke was with everyone. I also heard about some of his good friends. I see. Like Megumi Morimoto. Oh? And also Kohei Takiguchi. I see. Uh-oh, he's reacted to these names weird. Glacial brain. It's true. Can I ask you a few questions about them? Yes, of course, ask me anything. Great, thanks, Fukuyama. Oh god, he's got a lot of things to answer for. Sorry, Tachibana. Huh? I know I said you could come ask me anything, but I don't really know anything about the case. So I'm afraid I might not be of much help. Besides, I wasn't Eisuke's homeroom teacher, so I didn't actually know him very well. Even though Eisuke wasn't in my class, he was one of our precious, irreplaceable students. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you solve the case. I'm afraid I don't know much since he wasn't a student in my class. Sorry, Tachibana. The kids do a lot of learning here, that's for sure. By the time they leave, they hopefully understand what it takes to be an upstanding citizen in the world. Well, hopefully they understand what it takes to be a high school student. Of course, the other thing about school, we teachers learn a lot from our students. My students are always reminding me about what's important in life. Everybody grows up at school, you see? That's how I spend my days, Tachibana. Sometimes at school, the students are the teachers and the teachers are the students. Do you know a student named Megumi Morimoto? Megumi Morimoto, is that what you said? Yes, some of the kids said that she was good friends with Eisuke. Oh, I didn't know that. Who is she? So, yes, Megumi is a student in my class, and she's our class representative. Did he struggle with her name there? Come to think of it, she's absent today. I'm sure this has all been traumatizing for her. Yes, I'm sure that's it. I can't imagine. Ah, I see, so she's missing today. The whole thing with this game must have traumatized her. Yes, that's definitely what's going on. About Kohei. Do you know a student named Kohei? Kohei Takiguchi. Yes, he's in my class. I heard that he was also good friends with Eisuke. Oh, I didn't realize that. Kohei is a very quiet, serious student. He must be heartbroken. I'm sure he could use some emotional support right now. I didn't realize that he was good friends with Eisuke. This whole incident has made me realize that I'm helpless to protect these kids, even as a teacher. So Tachibana? Yes? I'm just a helpless teacher who can't even protect my students. But if I had the opportunity to save one of them from something tragic like what happened to Eisuke, I'd gladly give my own life. His heart's in the right place. I think being a teacher is a good fit for him. So Fukuyama became a teacher. It makes sense. He seems dedicated and enthusiastic about it. But still, I can't help but wonder about his reaction when I brought up Megumi Morimoto. Yeah, Megumi Morimoto is... Oh no. I'm sorry, Tachibana, we have a staff meeting right now and I'm running late. I should go. As usual. It's okay. Thanks for all your help, Fukuyama. It's the least I could do. Wish I could help more. Well, the information you provided has been helpful. But this investigation is only getting started. And I'm gonna be seeing it through. So I'm hoping you'll continue to cooperate with the investigation and help us solve the case quickly. Can I count on your continued support? Yes, of course, Tachibana. I'm happy to help. That's great. Thank you. See you later, Tachibana. After talking to some of the kids, I wonder what it's if that's what I was like as a junior high student. It seems like Fukuyama's struggling to cope with what happened, but I'm sure he'll be okay. I should probably head back to the office soon. I wonder if Shiro's there yet. Let's go! Back home. Yeah? Hey, Tachibana. I should get your contact information. If I hear anything from the students, I can share it with you. What happened to that staff meeting? I'll let you know the moment I have any news, or would that be a bother? No, not at all. Here's my cell phone number. Thank you, Tachibana. And here's my number, just in case. I'll never forgive the person who did this. I vow to help in any way I can. Yes, I hear you. And then I'll see you again soon. I'll keep my promise, Tachibana. Yes, of course. I'm counting on you. And be careful on your way home! Okay. Got a lot of hyperactive characters today. Utsuki Detective Agency. We're back in the detective agency. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Shiro. I just got back too. Glad to see you both. How did it go? What information were you able to uncover? Well, I found out that the police withheld the information about the paper bags 18 years ago to avoid provoking the public. So they were worried about a copycat killer. I can see how that would have muddled the investigation. I also learned about a missing person who knew the first victim. They found a lot of blood in his apartment. Interesting. Seems a likely suspect, but also possible they were involved in some unrelated trouble. And last but not least, when I was investigating the crime scene, I spoke with the witness, the cab driver who brought me here, who saw a motorcycle parked near the scene of the crime. A motorcycle, huh? Alright. One hour after his estimated time of death, a taxi driver saw a motorcycle parked at the scene of the crime. Okay. Didn't know about the legend of the smiling man. Her current... okay. His shooting skills are the worst. That's definitely gonna come up eventually. Junko Kuze's older brother. He disappeared 18 years ago and hasn't been seen since. Makoto disappeared around the time of the serial murders of girls. No new victims have surfaced, but a connection is unclear. A man went missing around the time of the serial murders of girls 18 years ago. He knew the first victim. On the day of the first victim's body was found, he disappeared, leaving behind a disturbing amount of blood in his apartment. We haven't met Megumi yet, so I guess she's not showing up yet. About an hour... wait a second. About an hour after Eisuke's estimated time of death, he witnessed a motorcycle stopped near the scene of the crime. What happened to the eager student? He's just not here anymore. Were you aware that a young boy also went missing around the time of the killings 18 years ago? Yes, it was Makoto Kuze, Detective Kuze's brother. How much blood is not disturbing? I mean, maybe he just like cut himself. If you cut yourself on a knife and there's like, you know, a little bit of blood on your cutting board, You know, that's a little bit disturbing, but not, it's not seriously disturbing. Like, the main question is, why didn't you wipe it off or clean it off? Unless it's like a wooden cutting board, then it might have like soaked in. But I'm glad you already knew about that wrinkle. I was actually working with the police at that time as well. Inspector Kamada was overwhelmed with the serial murders, so he asked me to help with the missing person case. Of course, there was some speculation that the two were related. I see. The story goes that he went searching for his sister Junko, who hadn't come home. He was never seen again. Wait, what? So what happened to Junko? I mean, Detective Kuze? She came back alone, but she looked pretty shaken up to me. Shaken up, you say? I was curious and went back to visit Junko again another day, but that time, well, she didn't say a word. After that, she refused to even see me when I visited. Believe it or not, yesterday was the first time I've seen her since then. Did Mr. Atsugi and Detective Kuze meet because of what happened? I'm afraid that's all there is to that story. Now let's hear what Ayumi found. Alright. I have to ask about what Ayumi's been investigating. Let's ask. Ayumi, please go ahead. Sure. Well, I went to investigate Minami Daisan Junior High School, Eisuke School. I asked around and it sounds like Eisuke was bright, popular, and got good grades. Of course, the students were shocked by his death. They said nothing unusual had been going on. Also, speaking of Eisuke, he seems to have been especially close with students Megumi Morimoto and Kohei Takiguchi. I spoke to Fukuyama, both students' homeroom teachers as well. Fukuyama was actually my senpai back when I was in the Naginata Club at junior high. Oh. Oh, really? Eisuke's in a different class, but Fukuyama still promised to help the investigation. That's great, Ayumi. Thanks. Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. Well, I'd like to hear you both review the evidence you've gathered today. Your insights will be of great value to the overall investigation. Alright, let's review. Why don't we start with the serial killings 18 years ago? I uncovered some info about Detective Kuze's brother, Makoto Kuze. Can't be sure if he had anything to do with the killings. Sounds right to me. Yes, but unfortunately that's not saying much, and we know even less. It is true that the murders stopped after Makoto disappeared. I'm curious about that. Well, here's what we know about the ties between Eisuke's case and the killings from 18 years ago. We can't be sure. We can't be sure if there's any connection between this murder and the ones from 18 years ago. That's right, without evidence, we can't point to any kind of connection just yet. However, there's one thing that we can deduce. Oh, I see. You're suggesting that the killer was likely imitating... Emio. Yeah, that's right. I think we should consider it a valid hypothesis. Well, all in all, I'm impressed with your reasoning. Way to play it cool there, but don't count me out just yet. I could still solve the case. As we proceed with the investigation, I'd like you to take a look at the Kuze siblings, Shiro. I have a feeling that Makoto Kuze's disappearance is relevant somehow. Understood. As for you, Ayumi, can you see if you can get more info from the folks at Minami Daisan Junior High? I'm on it. But what about you, Mr. Atsugi? I'm gonna dig into the Emio legend a bit more. There's something about the smiling man I want to confirm. I may be occupied for quite a while. Mr. Atsuki marches to the beat of his own drum. So your old senpai is a teacher at the school, huh? It's great that you have that connection there. Yeah, that's right. Fukuyama even came to watch our club after graduation. Sounds like a good mentor. Totally. But boys weren't allowed to be part of the Naginata club at his high school. Wait, what? Your senpai's a man? Shiro, please. Oh yeah. Oh, also, we exchanged numbers so he can let me know if he learns anything useful. Yeah, great. Yeah. Dude, please. Is there something wrong? You suddenly got weird about this. No. It's nothing. Okay. If you say so. Chapter 3. The Language of Flowers. We got some Ikebana up in here? Yukariko Village. According to Mr. Atsuki's directions, the house where the Kuze siblings lived should be around here. Maybe I should ask for different directions? I wonder if anybody's here. I don't see anyone. Oh, there's a truck parked here. Is someone around? My cabbages! Whoa, that guy just sprouted out of the field like he was planted there! Guess he was just crouching down. I should go talk to him. Excuse me, do you have a moment? What do you want? Excuse me, do you know the way to the Kuze residence? The Kuze place, huh? Sure, Sonny, just go straight down that dirt road and head toward the mountains. It's right at the end of the road, can't miss it. Got it, thank you very much. Straight down the road, huh? Let's get there ASAP. Interesting sequence. Detective Kuze, sail you home. Whew, very brown. Now it's at the end of the road, must be this one. Hello? You want a cabbage? Can't hear any noises come from inside the house. Grass is overgrown. No one has done any yard work for a long time, so no one's lived here. No one's living here. It's not cracked, but it's pretty dirty and hard to see through. There's nothing in the mailbox. It doesn't seem like anyone's here. The nameplates have been removed. Can't say for sure that this is Detective Kuze's house. Was there something there? Oh, it was grass. Oh, a grasshopper! Don't chase after it. Professional detectives don't do that sort of thing. Okay. It's an old clothesline. Doesn't look like it's been used recently. I think I've gone over everything. Maybe the place is vacant? Everyone's dead! Everyone's been Emio'd. I don't know if anyone's here, but I suppose I could try calling. Place looks deserted, so maybe no one's home, but let me try one more time. Excuse me? Anyone home? No, that didn't work. Doesn't look like anyone's here. Maybe I should come back later. Oh, maybe Mr. Atsuki would know something. Wait, the screen isn't working. It's supposed to light up, isn't it? Did you just never charge it up? My dude. Oops. Can't make a call like this. I need to remember to recharge the battery when I get back to the office. Anyway, there's no one here, so let's go back to talk to that guy in the field again. My dude, please charge your phone. What are you doing? Oh, you scared me. Sorry, you are? Name's Tsuyama. I live next door. I mean, to be fair, these cell phones weren't used for doom scrolling. I don't even know if they had texting. The name's Sayama. I live next door. Hello? I didn't notice him until he was suddenly right next to me. I think this neighbor has a lot of info. Let's keep asking. Sorry, I didn't see anyone in the house. Yeah, no one lives there, so no matter how much you shout, no one's coming out. Just like I suspected. I see, but this was the Kuze residence, wasn't it? Sure was, but like I said, no one lives there anymore. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions? Sure, but you a friend of Junko's or something? No, I'm a Wait, maybe I don't want to get back to Detective... Maybe I don't want it to get back to Detective Kuze that I was stupid around here. You might yell at me. What should I do? I'll just be honest. Why not? I can't handle a little yelling. I'll be honest and reveal my identity. You're a what now? Private detective. I'm an investigator. A detective? Uh-oh. So you must know Junko. Yes, I do. Technically, yeah. Great. You must be some kind of great detective duo, huh? I gotcha. I mean, we aren't, but... You mentioned earlier that the house is vacant? How long has it been that way? Let's see, it's been about 2 years. Junko went off to be a detective and left the village. And Yoshie doesn't live here anymore. Neither does Makoto. So yeah, no one's around. Yeah, no one lives here anymore. Yoshie, could that be Kuze's mother? And Makoto is Detective Kuze's brother, of course. I've got all kinds of burning questions about the Kuze family. Sorry, who's Yoshie? Oh, she's Makoto and Junko's grandma. Detective Kuze's grandmother, I see. She was lovely, just the kind of person who took very good care of her grandkids. Yoshie really loves her 2 grandkids. What were Junko and Makoto like as kids? You know, brother and sister-wise? Well, let me think. Junko always acted more like the big sister than the little one. I can imagine. What kind of teen is this? You know what I mean. They got along very well as siblings. These 2 kids, Makoto and Junko, lost their parents in an accident when they were young. So their grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. Kuze, took them in and they all lived right here in this village. Oh, I didn't know that. And Mr. and Mrs. Kuze were real generous to take care of the kids like that. Thanks to them, Makoto and Junko had pretty normal childhoods. And they grew up healthy and strong. Oh, they were good kids. They were a good brother and sister team, those 2. Okay. I thought I heard yelling, so I came over to ask, check it out. Imagine my surprise to find a youngster like you. Youngster? I mean, I'm 19. Healthy kids are happy kids, aren't they? I think this neighbor has a lot of info. Let's keep asking. Alright. Anyway, after Junko left home, it was just Yoshie and her husband living here. And he passed away, about 2 years ago now. So she left soon after. Is that so? Yoshie really raised those kids right, especially considering how they lost their parents. Where's Yoshie now? She lives in a retirement home in the village. Junko didn't want her living alone, so it was her idea. So that explains why the family home is empty. That's right, they're actually going to be tearing this house down pretty soon. Oh, I see. Maybe Makoto will come back someday. I'm sure he'd love to see this place again. I'll be sad when their house isn't here anymore. Oh, it'll be sad. Healthy kids are acting. But this house is gonna be torn down. Kuze family home seems to be empty, but I'm sure it's filled with memories. I wonder if Detective Kuze would be sad if she saw it like this. Huh? What are you doing here anyway? Interested in the Kuze family home? Yes, in a sense. I hear you. Every now and then I come out to check this place myself. Just curiosity, you know? Vacant houses have a way of falling to pieces real quick if you don't tend to them, but you know that. I didn't, but... Oh, by the way... Huh? Did you remember something? I think it was 3 days ago. Yeah, I was on my way home from a meeting when I saw a light turn on in the house here. No one's supposed to be in there. I was curious about what was going on, so I went to check it out. That's when Junko walked out the door. So Detective Kuze was here 3 days ago. Junko said she just came by to see if she had left anything behind that she might need. See, because the house is getting torn down soon, she felt bad that it would be that would be disturbance. Poor girl, she just kept apologizing. Of course, I invited her to tea. I hadn't seen her in ages. But she said she couldn't. She had to work extra early in the next day and all that, you know? Can't believe she's a detective now. She's all grown up. You invited to pick up the paper bags? Can't you just go to a store for those? I think you can just go to a store to buy some paper bags. Not Kuze. You look just like the detectives you see on TV. I guess she's all grown up. Oh. I don't think I have any more questions. Maybe it's time to see if I can talk to Detective Kuze's grandmother. Tayama might know which retirement home Yoshie went to. Let's find out. Which retirement home is Yoshie living in? Let's see, I'm pretty sure it's called Yukariko Relax. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yukariko Relax. Great, thank you. It's a nice name. I hear the place lives up to it. Just a little ways up past the mountain if you're looking for it. Alright, Yukariko Relax time. Thanks for all the info, I appreciate it. I'm gonna see if I can talk to Yoshie. Okay, tell Yoshie I said hello. Oh, before you go. Uh-huh. What are we doing? Huh? What was going on? I've got something for you. We got eggplants! We need eggplants in the chat. Take this bag of eggplants. That's a lot of eggplants. Yep, grew these babies myself. They're delicious. It ain't much, but I want you to have them. Not as good as cabbages. So many eggplants. See, Makoto was a big fan of eggplant. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much. I'll gladly take these. I guess this is dinner for the next week. Okay, let's go to Yukariko Relax. Let's head out. I'm off to Yukariko Relax, but thank you so much for the delicious eggplants. You're just giving them away. Safe travels. Three days ago in the Kuze house. Okay, 8:19 p.m. What's going on? Why do we get to see this? Whose perspective are we taking? Bunny. What? Uh-oh. Happening. Oh, dang it. Yukariko, relax. I'm finally here. Funny how far Toyama's idea of a little way turned out to be. Meanwhile, I'm lugging enough air plants to feed an army and I'm hiking up a mountain. Wait, this says relax Yukariko Village. That's not exactly what Toyama said, but I must be in the right place. So Yoshie Kuze. I wonder what Detective Kuze's grandmother will be like. Hello. Detective Kuze's grandmother Yoshie supposedly lives in his retirement home. It's a staff member at the facility, maybe a caregiver? The reception counter is quite grand. First old man. He was there. Do those folks live here? They seem happy. She's just staring at me. She's got that look like, why is that person there? Why is he just standing there? Go away or do something or anything. What? Hello, excuse me, are you here to visit a family member? No, not exactly. So you're not a family member? I'd like to have a word with one of the residents here. Do you have an appointment? I'm afraid I don't see anything in the records. No, sorry, I don't have an appointment. No? Oh. Well, I'm very sorry, but this facility has a policy against allowing visitors without a prior appointment. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. What? Sorry, but you'll have to leave. Cell phone is... A number of old folks are chatting amicably. I guess you can't just show up for a visit unless you're family. Alright. Sorry, I didn't make an appointment. I'll come back another time. Thank you for understanding. Just be sure to let the resident know the next time you'd like to visit and I'll make an appointment. Will do, ma'am. I'll be on my way. Well, long walk for nothing. Maybe I should contact Yoshi and make an actual appointment for a visit? Wait, how would I even do that? Maybe I should ask Detective Kuze for help. What am I thinking? That's a terrible idea. No one is here. If I can't come up with a way to make an appointment, I may not be able to talk to Miss Kuze at all. With that in mind, I'll need to try talking to the receptionist again. Lol. Oh, I thought you left. Listen, I'm sorry, but you'll have to leave. I know it's a rule, but I'm actually from the Utsugi Detective Agency, and I have some questions for Yoshie Kuze. You're a detective? Yes, and I would have made an appointment, but I'm not acquainted with Mrs. Kuze. Is there anything we can do here? I'm sorry, but rules are rules. We can't accommodate anyone without an appointment. And I can't make an appointment. Could you call Yoshie Kuze? Excuse me? You know, I'd just like to say hello real quick and then make an appointment. I think she'd be happy to see me. I'm afraid it's not possible, like I already said. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I knew this wouldn't work. Sir, please stop what you're doing. You will not see Miss Kuze without an appointment. I feel like I'm starting to make a scene. That older woman is looking at me. Yep, I made eye contact. Who are you? Can I help you? No, it's... Mrs. Yoshie! Remember, you mustn't interact with strangers. Huh? This is Mrs. Kuze? Hey, what's up? Excuse me, are you Yoshio Kuze? Why, yes, I am. Yoshi, hey? No, don't worry, this young man is harmless. She seems kind. Feels like I'm talking to Grandma Sawako. Oh my goodness, what's wrong? You suddenly look so sad. Do you have a tummy ache? Oh no. Granny, please. No, I'm fine. So you are... I'm from the Utsugi Detective Agency, and I came here to speak with you. Oh my, a detective. Well, how can I help you? Miss Yoshie. Too many eggplants. Too many eggplants that have been out in the sun for too long. It's just against the rules. This young man seems like he's in some sort of trouble. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Alright, since Miss Yoshie is okay with it, I'll allow the visit. But don't make a habit of this, okay? Yes, thank you. Feel free to enter the facility. Yay. Did you walk all the way here from the village? You must be exhausted. So what can I do for you, detective? Let's ask Yoshie about Makoto. I hope this doesn't offend you, but I have to ask some tough questions. Can we talk about your grandson Makoto's disappearance 18 years ago? Why are you asking? I'm investigating a case that may have some connection. Oh! And Makoto's disappearances. I see. Let's just start with anything you remember about it. Let me ask you one thing. Of course. Does Junko know you're here? No, I haven't told her. I suspected not. She wouldn't have wanted you to speak with me. She knows her granddaughter well. I understand. Well, I'm not sure if I can help, but I'll tell you what I can. Alright. Info. It was July 1st, 18 years ago, Junko's 9th birthday. We wanted to make it as special as we could. So my husband and I were out shopping for a gift. We must have gotten carried away. We were gone far longer than we expected. We didn't get home until after 7 p.m. and when we did return, there wasn't any lights on in the house. Junko, Makoto, where are you two? What is it? What's wrong? Oh. We found Makoto sitting in the darkened tea room, staring vacantly, and all around were purple flower petals scattered all over the place. Purple flower petals? I tried to find out what was going on, but Makoto wouldn't say a word. Then my husband said, "Hey, where's Junko? I can't find Junko anywhere. Makoto, where's Junko?" Hey, Makoto? Yoshie's husband doesn't have a name. When Makoto heard Junko's name, he rushed out of the house. We were in shock, but we waited patiently for the two of them to come back. They didn't return. At around 9 p.m., we called the police, and shortly after that, I heard the front door slide open. I thought, thank goodness they're back. So we rushed to the front door to greet them. But instead, Junko was the only one there. She had returned without Makoto in tears. When I asked about Makoto, she just cried harder and wouldn't speak. Huh. The police eventually showed up and tried to speak to Junko, but she wouldn't say anything. Later that night, we searched far and wide for Makoto. Neighbors and police helped us comb the entire village, but we couldn't find him anywhere. Junko killed him. How Danganronpa of her. And I've never seen him since. And we've never seen him since. Oh. A neighbor I spoke with said that... I had to stretch a little bit. A neighbor I spoke with said that Makoto and Junko were very close as brother and sister. So what could have happened that day to separate such tight-knit siblings? Observations? I think maybe it's just a painful memory she doesn't want to relive. She stopped talking for now. They're purple flowers. It's actually real nice to spend some time in a peaceful place like this. Is she looking at my plastic bag? What's that you brought with you? Oh, this one of the villagers gave it to me. I see. My grandkids loved eggplant, especially Makoto. That's what I heard. Jog her memory with an eggplant across the face. Will you listen to another little story? I'd love to, please. Alright. Alright, tell me a short story about Makoto. Makoto was just a quiet, honest, and kind-hearted boy. He smiled all the time, even if a friend was teasing him. And he never got angry. That's a lie. He was a sweet brother to Junko. Yeah, he's always smiling. That paper bag on his face was his real face. Junko used to be annoyed that Makoto never seemed to get angry. She'd get angry on his behalf sometimes. She'd say, "Who's gonna protect you, big brother? It's me. I've gotta do it since you won't protect yourself." I can almost hear it. She always said she would protect her big brother. He was one of those big brothers who sort of let his younger sister call the shots, but deep down he knew she was his little sister. She was so adorable. And even as feisty as Junko was, I'm sure she looked up to him as a big brother. Even if he seemed a bit soft, he was always protecting her. When it came to Junko, it's almost like Makoto was a different person. He was usually so timid. He was scared of the dark country roads at night. In fact, he didn't want to leave the house after dark, at least until the day he disappeared. But one night when Junko suddenly came down with a high fever, Makoto ran to the hospital by himself in the middle of the night to alert a doctor. Can you imagine how the doctor reacted? He couldn't believe Makoto had done that. And Makoto actually stayed up that whole night watching over Junko. Junko was so sweet to Makoto, and he was protected big brother. You got those eggplants from Tayama, didn't you? I did. Okay. Junko and Makoto's parents died in a terrible accident. Oh, but Junko was still just a baby. She cried all the time, even after coming to the village. It must have been so hard. She couldn't have the love she needed from her parents. Well, you know, you gave her the love, so it's fine. Junko did cry a lot, poor thing. Makoto would watch over his sister with a smile on his face, not saying a word. Sometimes Junko would tease him and ask if he was sad, but Makoto would just say, "I could never be sad with you as a little sister." That's what he always said. Alright. She still got more to say about Junko, I guess? No? Some nights after Junko went to sleep, I noticed that Makoto would cry alone. He never showed that sort of emotion in front of us. He was usually all smiles. Poor boy had helped heal and nurture Junko. Those precious kids, they're both irreplaceable. So young Detective Kuze and her brother Makoto had a strong bond as children. It sounds like they were happy, as a brother and sister can be. So what could have happened between them on that day 18 years ago? A piece of the puzzle is still missing. There must have been something to trigger their actions that day. What could have happened to them? Purple flowers. Say. Yes? Have you ever seen an eggplant flower? I don't know. No? I wonder if the scattered flower petals she mentioned could have been... Well, they have very pretty purple flowers. A shade of purple just like Junko's favorite. Huh. Alright. On the night that Makoto disappeared, Junko finally calmed down and spoke with me. She explained what happened and why there were eggplant flower petals everywhere. And, back then, my husband and I were avid gardeners. We made wonderful meals from our vegetable garden. Naturally, the kids took an interest, especially when they tasted how delicious everything was. Junko started saying, "I want to grow vegetables too." I asked her what kind of vegetables she was most interested in growing, and she said, "Eggplants, because my brother loves them so much. Let's grow some for his birthday as a surprise." She was just so adorable. Anyway, we thought she could manage some eggplants, so we staked out a small pot in the backyard. We figured Makoto wouldn't find it because he hated the bugs back there. It was going to be a secret. The plan was to harvest in July, which was when both kids had their birthdays. And Junko looked after them every day. She was almost egging on the eggplants to grow. Well, Junko was a terrific gardener, and the eggplants grew nicely, with lots of blooming flowers. She was just overjoyed. She'd ask me every day when we could finally harvest them. When I told her that it would be around the time of Makoto's birthday, she was so overjoyed. She was so excited she didn't realize that the flower was going to bloom on her birthday. So she came home from school that day. I'm home! Hey Junko, guess what? I have a present for you. A present? What for? Oh, flower petals. It's your birthday and I got some flowers in your favorite shade of purple. Happy birthday! But are those... I know it's not much, but I really thought you'd like them. And they were just in our backyard, can you believe it? So beautiful and in full bloom. Lol. I know his heart was in the right place, oh, but what he had done. Those are the eggplant flowers! You idiot, I was growing those! I planted them for you and I've been tending to them for months and... What? I hate you, I wish you'd just go away. Aww. Junko. That's how Junko remembers it. So that's what happened 18 years ago. That must have been traumatizing. For Junko to have lost her brother like that after such an intense fight. I'm sure she took it hard. She probably blamed herself. And poor Makoto to have upset his sister so much when he only ever wanted to make her happy. The whole incident sounds like it was a shock. What an irony that their love for each other is what ultimately tore them apart. It's so sad. Let's hear okay. Junko was so depressed after that incident. She cried and cried, feeling like it was her fault. I tried to think of ways to cheer her up. I don't know if it made a difference, but at one point I helped her press some of the flowers into bookmarks. I told her that we'd keep them as good luck charms. Maybe they would help bring Makoto back one day. I repeated that again and again, almost like a mantra. Since then, we both carried ours everywhere. Junko especially treasures hers. Yoshie, dinner will be ready soon. Oh, already? Well, time flies when you get chatting, doesn't it? I've heard lots of stories. It's probably time for me to get her number! Find a way to contact her. I think I've told you just about everything. I hope it helps at least a little bit. Yes, I mean... Huh? Really, you shared much more than I expected. Is that so? I wonder if Junko will be upset. Uh-oh. Oh, don't be nervous. I won't tell her. Yeah, she gets it. Alright. Back to the detective agency. Hey, baby digits. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I hope you haven't overstayed. Don't be silly. I haven't spoken to anyone about Junko or Makoto in a long time. It was a pleasure. Just one more thing, Mr. Detective. Do you know what eggplant flowers represent? No, I'm afraid I don't. Well, they represent happiness, truth, and hope. Happiness, truth, and hope. That's lovely. Thank you for sharing. Junko taught me about that, believe it or not. She clings to the hope that we hold onto the pressed flower bookmarks. One day Makoto will come back. She clings to the hope that if we hold on to the pressed flower bookmarks, one day Makoto will come back. I guess we both cling to that hope, actually. Now, today, a detective with a bag of eggplants came to talk to me about Makoto. It feels like fate. I guess... anyhow, I guess that's why I felt like I ought to tell you the whole story. I can't explain it, but I have a gut feeling that you'll be the one to finally reunite Junko and Makoto. Let's just hope that Makoto isn't still smiling, you know? Well, if you need more information, please feel free to come back anytime. Thank you. I will. Okay, going now. Utsugi Detective Agency. Oh, I'm back. Wait, what? Thank you for your hard work today. Let's get after it again tomorrow, Ayumi. Has Ayumi gone home already? Huh? What are we gonna do with all this eggplant? Well, it's late, but I should probably wrap up today's investigation. Alright, review. Detective Kuze and her brother lost their parents at a young age and were raised by grandparents. The grandmother Yoshie helped make sure that they were raised in a loving environment in the village. It sounds like they formed a close and supportive family. But something terrible happened on Junko's 9th birthday. Junko ran out of the house in tears because Makoto picked the flowers. Because Makoto picked the eggplant flowers. Yeah, she was upset because she'd been carefully growing the eggplants for him. When he realized that he had ruined the surprise gift of eggplants that Junko had been growing, Makoto was stunned and didn't notice that Junko had run off. Eventually he realized that she was gone, so he left home in search of his sister, and he never returned. When Junko returned, still in tears, she said she thought it was her fault Makoto was gone. But I'm still missing details about what happened while they were away, and why she returned alone. I've got to reveal a bit more of the puzzle, and I think I'll have to suck it up and speak with Detective Kuze herself. Of course, even if I have the courage, I doubt she'd be willing to give me the whole story. Alright, after the fact, Junko was obviously upset, and Yoshie tried to cheer her up. Yoshie said that they crafted something together, right? Maybe... what was it they made? Select the keyword from your notebook that you believe to be the correct answer. Okay. Yes, bookmarks with pressed eggplant flowers. It sounds like both Detective Kuze and Yoshie still each carry one of the bookmarks around with them. And Yoshie told me that eggplant flowers represent happiness, truth, and hope. Keeping that symbolism in mind, I wonder if Junko was inspired to become a detective because she believed her brother was still out there. Eventually, Junko grew up and moved away. A few years later, after Yoshie's husband passed, Yoshie moved to a retirement home called Relaxi Kariko Village. So for now, the Kuze family home is vacant, but the house will be demolished soon. Yes, that's right, and Detective Kuze stopped by recently for a final check of sorts. It must have been 3 days ago, or 1 day before Eisuke Sasaki's body was found. Wait, didn't Detective Kuze tell the neighbor that she had to get going because she'd be working early the next morning, but... does that mean she's such a good detective that she knew there'd be a murder? No, that'd be crazy. I think I did pretty well today, if I say so myself. That's a strange observation to just shrug off. I mean, she's a detective. They probably show up early. Who knows? I feel like I'm patting myself on the back. Now I need to decide on a plan for tomorrow. Ugh. I'm too tired right now. Let's talk with Ayumi first thing in the morning and decide. Oh shoot! I almost forgot to charge. Yep, charge it! Charge it! Almost forgot to charge my cell phone. Gotta be sure to do it now. Chapter 4, A Suspect. Good morning, sorry I'm late. Oh, Yumi's not even here. Is she out investigating? Oh! Alright, so while this phone is ringing, this is probably where we're gonna end it for today. So the plan. Oh god, this phone. Is it gonna keep ringing? Can I go like here? We can stop. She answer my Oh, it's paused. Okay. The phone stopped ringing. Okay. So the plan is Tuesday. I think that Tuesday is gonna be the second to last day of Dark Souls 1. Hopefully, it's not gonna take that much longer to finish it. We have about 2 more areas to go through, plus the DLC, and then the final boss. So that might take up 2 streams or 1 stream, depending on how long those sections are. And then, so the weekend, like next weekend, I have plans to hang out with family. So there's not going to be a stream on Saturdays, but I think I'll be moving Thursday's stream to Friday, so we can at least try some of the super big run that's going on, that's going to be happening that weekend. So look forward to that. And then the week after that, we'll finish Dark Souls if we haven't already, and then move on to probably working on this game. And then we'll do the Splatfest that weekend. And I think that's the plan for now. Zelda isn't coming out for another couple weeks. So that's what we're gonna start on after when that finally comes out. So we'll probably need to have a game in the middle to cover things. Maybe I'll do Dark Souls challenge runs while we wait. Yeah, anyway, in the meantime, thank you all for hanging out. Hope you all have a good one. I will hopefully be seeing you sometime soon. But anyway, yeah. So Tuesday Dark Souls, Thursday big run, Friday big run, and nothing on Saturday. That's next week. All right. Hope you all have a good one. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be seeing you soon. Later. Bye.